Hello everyone, welcome back and thanks for stopping by my channel for my on the air vlog where I talk about gaming topics and other topics in my life. After the release of Bandai's Dark Souls 3 and the easy mode of Nintendo's Star Fox Zero, there's a lot of talk amongst gamers and developers wondering, are games too hard for the casual player? With this topic, I'll be playing one of the hardest games I've played, which is Peggle, a game where your goal each level is to clear all the orange Peggles or circles off the map. I've come across some articles from Nintendo and EA stating that the games are too hard or the learning curve for a game is too steep. This was brought up due to the Star Fox Zero easy mode where the player never dies and has no real consequences for dying, versus Dark Souls 3 where the game mechanics will reward the player for strategic attacks. If the player dies though, they lose all the souls and everything they've collected so far and would have to go retrieve that. If they die trying to retrieve it, they lose their souls and will never get those back again and have to start back at zero. I've posted a few videos from Dark Souls and I love playing that game. It's very rewarding in terms of in-game rewards, but the feeling of accomplishment is where it's at. So back to Star Fox Zero. In the easy mode, gamers are stating that Nintendo is catering to a casual audience, little to none learning curve. Nintendo may back that up if a game is too difficult to play and the gamer could get frustrated and not want to play that game anymore. They don't want their audience rage quitting on their games basically. EA has also stated in the past that games are too hard and that the average player spends about 2 hours to learn how to play the most basic game. Rather complex games are fine and are fun to play, but it shouldn't take the priority over having fun and enjoying a video game. Some people have stated that with Dark Souls series that the learning curve is too steep and too complex, and most people would just rage quit or not even bother progressing on the game. Rather, other people have stated that once they get the learning curve down, it's a great game and it's got really good reviews in regards to that. So with this, I'll go back to Peggle. It's a very simplistic game. You take a shot, you hit the orange and blue circles or blocks with a limited amount of balls. So basically you're aiming, shooting, and then scoring points as you go along. Now with this game being very simplistic, it's one of the hardest games I've ever played. I'm currently going through a challenge mode, and after about 4 attempts of failing miserably at each level, I'm done. I don't want to play this game anymore. Get it off my freaking TV. Like, I'm done. I don't want to touch it again, and I'll probably won't go back to it for a few days. When I first played Dark Souls, I got frustrated a little bit at first due to the learning curve and having to retrain myself in a way. This isn't just a game I can run it and hack and slash and then just defeat every mob I run into. There's a learning curve I had to learn the game mechanics of and get the idea that I need to take my time and take strategic strikes on and block and parry, whatever needs to be done to preserve your life and not lose everything. So once I had that learning curve down, I had a blast. I really enjoyed Dark Souls. If I picked it up again, I'd have a hard time putting it down. I play it every once in a while and I've already had 2 playthroughs with it. I love it. It's really fun. Now with Peggle just shit. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know I don't know if it's a physics thing or what the problem is, because I can usually do pretty well on this game, but I know other people too have said the same thing, that this game is just really complex, and it's interesting because it has barely any learning curve. There might be a little bit of physics in regards to it, but other than that, you just point and shoot and kind of anticipate where the ball will go depending on the type of block you hit. In this case, there's no learning curve for it basically, and it's so hard. I'm never gonna 100% this game or go finish the challenge mode because I end up getting too frustrated and stopping, and I'm done. Screw this game. So be sure to leave a like, and if you know a game that you think is too hard or you agree or disagree with Nintendo and EA, be sure to leave a comment below.